Hello YouTube and welcome back. I am Constant Restart and this is my redemption arc. In theory, these poor little chickens, humans, are going to survive winter. And I've decided this time it will happen as some freaky kind of little mole people, because this little block of mountain here is about to become our home. After a absolutely terrible, and I think terrible is a kind word, go at surviving a winter, I've learnt many things. I learnt them mainly in my own time of just messing around, and then I felt super silly because they were super obvious. For example, getting water from ice. Who would have guessed it? In saying that, a lovely Darth Vader-esque dude, Art 1985, did point it out and confirm that it was indeed me being a Dorcas Malone. They didn't call me that, I called myself that. They just pointed out that you can use ice for water, and I was like, awesome. It was only me that hadn't figured that out yet. And that's fine. We know these things now. And because I've already tortured you with all this stuff, I'm gonna grind the heck out of getting some resources, dig into this mountain, and then my voice will annoy the heck out of you later. Rightio, so it's now the night of day 3. And already I'm pretty sure I've progressed more than my entire last, I don't even know if you could call it a playthrough, my last disaster. Yeah. I think last time I tried to not advance through the ideas so much because I didn't want to overwhelm the little humanoids. But that was actually counterintuitive to the game. It wants you to push. So as you can see, we are hacking out this wee mountain. I've got a tiny torch because I'm about to block it up. But we're going to have some basic storage here. These 3, they are rooms, I promise you. Those 3 rooms, and there might be one squished back here, are going to be rooms, funnily enough. Cross hallway, and there's going to be some little like kitchenette areas and that. I also have to figure out, because in my one that I've been doing in my own time, I just realized that you can get toilets. And once you get to that point, I like preemptively put some walls around these because they start getting like shy that you can see their butts. And they don't like it. But you know, it's all good. So I guess I'll check back in with you in a minute, but, well, a minute for you. But I will get these little dudes to progress, and we're going to start moving all of this into the mountain as it opens up. I'm hoping I've done everything small enough that the rooms don't cave in, because I tried to completely hollow one out one other time and I can see rats, and everything fell in and I had to build roofs anyway. So I've been I am experimenting with these room shapes, and hopefully we don't get everything falling in on us, but only time will tell. So I guess here we are checking in on the night of day 7 now, and so far we have a housed in outhouse, which makes a lot of sense. I have yet to move the food stuff inside, which as you can tell is being very detrimental, but I'm hoping it'll go in here. And the theory is if I put a vent in the stone wall, the heat from the fire will help heat the bedroom. We've still got a few days until autumn, so they should be fine for now. But we've dug out a whole lot of stuff. We've moved most of our storage into here, but as you can see, there's a lot of stuff that hasn't been put in, and it does take them a wee bit of time to climb through this, so I can see why some of this is like half full. Half, yes. 50%. Perfect. But we're getting into the other bedrooms. We've actually put some animal beds in, but we'll need to dig this out. Can they even get in here? No, they think they're neglected. What's going on? Oh, there you go. Go Chicky Choos. That is meant to be on the outside, but you can't put a door to a wall, which makes a whole lot of sense. We've managed to get the poop holders, and we're making water jugs, which now, if you look at it, it says ice jug. Turns to water. Further proving I read close to nothing, and am a halfwit. But we're learning. If I died twice in a row from no water, I'd be very upset with myself. We have a thriving population of hoppers. And I have learned, I just haven't seen them yet. There. The ones with the sticks are cat dens. Which is exciting, because hopefully when we unlock the animal stuff, we can start taming cats, and then we'll have less to do with the rat traps, because the kitties can come and get them. At least I'm sure that's a mechanic. It'd be crazy pants if it wasn't, but I would also understand. Also, have I not put one of these down? Oh, I was going to put it in the kitchen. Put it there. I'm trying to remind myself that because this game is so easy to pick up and move things, I should just chuck stuff in hallways and move it when the rooms are ready. So now learning you can put a window straight into a stone wall, as in a natural stone wall. I have been building snippets. Good times. Right, it's the final night of summer. And the only real thing I need to progress is to add some cat beds and make some ingots. Which is getting there. Slowly. Or maybe not. It turns out we used our gear real quick. But that's fine, we can fix that. Wow, look at that. Unless that's all iron. God damn it. I mean, we still want it. But I think we can celebrate a bit, because it's now autumn. Fall. If you're from the top half of the world. Is it the top half of the world that calls it fall? I don't know these things. I just know my mates from way up north say fall, and I'm way down south and I call it autumn. What does it matter? If you understand what they're saying. Meh. Right, the most important thing is we now have food and water. We can start attempting maybe to tame some animals if some cats want to come say hi. You, hello. Come protect my chickens. Or eat them. And I mean, to be fair, we've just gone needing food. But it's autumn now. We will have all the mushrooms. And we've got the racks, so they should stay good forever. We're doing good. There's not actually worrying this time, which is delightful. I'm thinking what we might need to do, though, is get a whole bunch of haystacks set up, because that's the one thing we're going to have zero. One of the things we're going to have absolute zero of in the coming season. Oh dear. Pause for a second. They're ripping the walls out. That's not good. Okay, let's Get these walls back in here. Oh no, that one went down here. I can now see what's happened. And I did not anticipate this happening. They are trying to put stone floors down. And to do that, they are removing the walls, which, when you say it out loud, it is really logical. But that's not what I want to happen. Now I've got to make sure we put some roofs back in. That could have been disastrous. Could have been very disastrous indeed. You see here? Oh, yep, you see how that is becoming a problem? Excuse me. Where did she take it? I was about to say, you see how it could have been the rooms down, but instead I was very literally burning the butcher's block. I swear, I get better, but not necessarily smarter. And I feel like that's me in a nutshell. Better, just not quite smarter. Yeah, you should be cold. You're outside, you fools. You know what? Everything was going so well until I tried to put floors in. That's the lesson. Floors don't need to exist. But also, remember to put walls back in. Iffy, where are you going? These characters are out of control. Thankfully, no one's burnt down yet, but... Talk about brain like a sieve. I completely forgot about my initial, note to self of cut down all the grass you can. I cut trees down instead. As long as we get these walls done so we don't freeze. Monsieur Rat, if you could eat the rotting stuff, that would be great. Yes, you, sir. Right here. There's even some extra snacks out here. Now the funny thing is, if you put the correct kind of door, your chickens will come inside. And I usually do that within the first few days. Again, better but not smarter. I also need a whole ton of rat traps because those little blighters are getting everywhere now. And while that'd be great if I had a little cat running around, I don't, so it's a pain in the butt. So clearly I just need to make an ingot and I can start unlocking these. Okay. Excuse me? Do I have all the needed ingredients? Most certainly I do. What is this? Crafting. Wait, you are out. Sweet bean. Go ahead. Please. I wonder if there's a trick to taming the cats, because to be quite honest, I haven't seen one yet. And in the playthrough I did in my own time, there was 2 cats running around, but they only came inside, grabbed a rat, and left. There was none of this using a cat bed or feeding from the food and water bowl business. I would like to know how to get you out of here. Unless, do I literally box them in and feed and water them until they love me? Because that's how having a pet works, right? I do have to say, the sounds, I know I've prattled about the sounds before, but even the little details on everything, it's just such a pleasant game. And when you're not murdering your people like I occasionally am, it's just so delightful. What are you doing? Oh, we have an egg. Oh, what's that? Smoker. Oh. My initial bedrooms everywhere turns into just chucking them here for the sake of it. But that's no longer going to work. To be fair, awesome. We're doing a hell of a lot better. We just really need to clean up. So that's not so bad. What is this? Why is the clothes sewn? What was I doing with that? What was I doing? Really don't have any room in my little rock. And the next rock is smaller and way, and the other big one I've destroyed. Well, on the night of fall's 6th day, We have plenty of food. We're freezing our tushies off a little bit, but we have some space. We have many things up and going, and we're actually at the point now where I can start looking at my circular houses without having to worry about murdering my people. But I wasn't watching the time. I do need to run away right now. I'll be back eventually, maybe. But I hope you guys have enjoyed this video. I hope... Surely if you saw the first series, it looks like I have indeed redeemed myself and am not digging myself the same hole, which could be very likely. But for the minute, thank you for watching, and I will catch you in the next video. Bye bye!